Hello and what is up, everybody? Jonel here. I am just coming to you before the episode to let you know that unfortunately my darling co-host forgot to plug in the mixer into our computer, so our audio quality is not as it usually is. You can totally still hear everything. It just sounds like we're a little far away from the mics, even though we were definitely 100% talking into the mics. So sorry about that, but it's a really good episode. We talk about some hot topics and some controversial things that are going on right now. So we thought it was important to still put it out as usual. So enjoy, and you can, look forward to our regular good quality audio next week.
Welcome to the podcast. Is this for a room? That high energy, boy. How you doing, Joe?
I'm alright. How are you?
I am peachy. Fuzzy like a peach and soft like a peach. I'm a peach. I'm just a walking peach. I am a peach. We're like peaches. You know, people aren't gonna like peaches. We're fuzzy. We got kind of tough skin. Because peaches gonna have tough skin, right? It's not like apple skin where it's just like, you know what I mean?
What's your point?
I don't know. I don't know. How's your week been, my buddy? Old pal?
You're not going to introduce yourself or anything?
Did I just introduce myself?
No.
I didn't? Well, I'm Hugh-Gene, and this is my co-host.
I'm Jonel. Thank
Joe.
you guys for tuning in.
Joe. Yeah, man, how was your week, bro? How's life?
It's fine. How was yours?
It's fine?
Yep, nothing exciting to report.
Nothing?
No.
Nothing at all?
How was yours?
Mine was alright. It was alright. Yeah, I had a little tumble.
What do you mean?
Follow me on Instagram, you'll see my tumble.
Alright, you wiped out on your bike.
I didn't wipe out. I fell.
It was a wipeout.
It was a wipeout.
Did you scrape your body against the pavement?
No, yeah. No, pretty much I don't know, that day, so that day, it was when I got home, it was raining. No, yeah, it started to rain. So then I'm just I wanted to ride my bike. I just got this bike. And I was like, I want to ride my bike.
Bicycle,
whatever.
For people who don't know that.
Because everyone thinks I had a motorcycle crash. You crashed on your bike? What? And I was like, I wouldn't be fucking here.
At least you know the severity.
Oh, no, Shaq, I've seen enough videos.
But yeah. Mm-hmm,
I've seen it in person, so.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it started raining. I wanted to ride my bike, but I was just it's raining. I don't know why. It's just because normally with, caliper brakes, which is the ones that kind of just clap on your fucking wheels, when it rains, they're not as good. And I haven't tried this bike in the wet yet, so I was like, I don't want to chance it.
In the wet? The fuck?
That's a term. Yeah.
In the wet?
Yeah.
Who uses that term?
Racing term.
Bike people?
It's a racing thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Racing what?
In general.
In the wet?
Yes, in the wet.
Alright, Hugh. Continue with your story.
Yeah, so I was I didn't feel like running in the wet. So I was you know what, I haven't ran in a while, so I was you know, I'll just run around my block. I think I ran around 6 times, so I ran around it a bunch of times. And then I was just stop. By the time, I think I was my 3rd round of going around my block, the rain stopped and it dried up fairly quickly, so I was fuck it, I'm gonna ride my bike. So I rode my bike around the block again, and normally my block's kind of shaped in a U shape, and then it kind of, where the U it's like a horseshoe kind of shape in a way, but then you have to stop because it's a main road. So then, whatever, I did that probably twice, and then I'm going, and my house is around a corner, so I sprint that corner like I normally do. And I'm sprinting, and there's another corner, and then it's a slight uphill. As I hit that next corner, I go slightly up the hill. I'm something. I've crashed my bicycle enough times that I know when something's wrong and I'm gonna crash. So that kind of whatever signal my brain told me, you're gonna crash. So I was just you know what, fuck it. And so I just kind of forced myself to low side on my right side. So then what ended up happening is that I'm just low side. So then I just forced myself to fall. I end up, by the way, I'm in a full sprint. So I'm going fairly fast at this time. So it's not a lot of time to brake. Well, I couldn't brake, but whatever. I'm in a full sprint. And then I pretty much low side myself. I pretty much slide and then roll around. The bike still somehow, my bike doesn't have clipless pedals. If you don't know what that is, pretty much when your bike, which is when your shoes clip into your pedals. Normally, if you crash with pedals, the bike's connected to you, so wherever you go, the bike's gonna go. Somehow,
I feel like that's dangerous.
it's safe. It's.
I feel like that's how you break like a leg or something more likely because
you're
attached to the bike. So if you bend a different way, then
normally will like your shoes. Normally, I've crashed with clipless pedals before.
Sure.
It normally pops out. Yeah, somehow the bike came with me, even though my pedals are just regular pedals on this bike. And like, yeah, I remember I slid on the ground, rolled around, and I just landed on my ass, and I was just sitting there just like, what the fuck just happened? Because I was confused. Obviously, you're confused.
Didn't you say like the front wheel?
Oh yeah, I looked at the side of the street, and then my front wheel's over there, all bent out of shape. And now that I'm thinking about it now, I think I saw my front wheel about to come off when I was riding. I think that's why I knew instantly I was going to crash. Because now that I'm going back to it, I remember obviously my eyes are going to be towards my front wheel. I think I saw something was going wrong with my front wheel, which allowed me to crash. Now, how it got bent out, because if you see the picture, it's completely bent the fuck up. How that happened, I don't know. I'm assuming the reason why it came off is because the axle wasn't screwed in properly, which while you're sprinting, you're kind of moving your bike up and down, so it kind of like, will disconnect or whatever. But yeah, and then
so what you injure?
I didn't really injure anything. I just cut my forearm, has road rash. My wrist bone is pretty much no skin on it anymore. My left hand.
I love you think I had no injuries, but there's no skin on my wrist bone.
I don't know.
That's an injury.
It's whatever.
Disgusting. You're all bandaged up right now. It's disgusting. Isn't your back like?
No, back's fine.
Your like side/back all scratched up, or is that healing?
It's fine. Yeah. There's like some scabbing like by my love handle.
Disgusting.
What else is there? My left hand, like my fingers, my 3 fingers, pretty much got skin's gone. What else was there? My knee got like a little cut, like a slash cut. I don't know how. And then my right ankle got all cut up too. And I just had a bunch of bruising. And that's it. Other than that, it wasn't that bad. It was more like my fingers is what hurt. Because it's your fingers, right? It's such a sensitive thing. So like I remember taking a shower. And then right after the shower, and then after I was all bandaged up and shit, that's normally when the pain will come in, is like probably like an hour after because the adrenaline's gone. My fingers were just fucked. They're just like, and that was pretty much, yeah. That was pretty much it. It's not my first crash. I'll say aesthetically it's my worst crash.
Aesthetically.
Like from looking at me, you'd be like, that's your worst crash. Pain-wise, it's definitely not. My worst one pain-wise would be last fall mountain biking when I was lost, and then I was going down a single track. If you don't know what a single track is, it's just normally a single pathway normally meant for bicycles. I was going down a hill, and then it became a corner. And then I knew already at the moment is that, one, this is when I was still new, so I didn't have the confidence yet. I pretty much realized, Hugh-Gene, you're going way too fast, so you have 3 options right now. It's either lean more, which I should have done, and that would have been fine. If you lean more, you're going to corner more, you're going to, whatnot. So it's either should have leaned more, braked, but I felt like I was going too fast to brake, and my brakes on a mountain bike were super powerful, so I either, 1, could have high-sided, which means I flipped over my handlebars, or 2, backed in, which means my back end would come out and have to slide, and I didn't have the confidence to control that, or 3, bail, so I chose bail, and then I ended up bailing, rolled around on the ground, but then a stick got stuck in my leg, and
oh, Jesus.
So okay. I ended up pulling it out, squirting that with water.
Okay, alright, please, I don't want to hear that.
But you've seen it.
Yeah, I don't.
And you've heard it already.
Exactly.
There's nothing new.
But I don't want to imagine. Ugh, please, my legs are hurting just like thinking about it.
Your legs?
Yes.
Are hurting?
It's called sympathy pain. Okay.
Oh.
Something that you would not know anything about because you don't have sympathy.
I have some.
Oh my god, I feel like you're legit like trying to kill yourself.
No, I'd be doing worse things if I was trying to kill myself.
You want to do worse things though.
What?
It's in the plan. You're talking about how like if you crashed the way you did on a motorcycle.
Oh, I'd be fucked.
Right, but you still don't you still own one?
Yeah. I still want to ride. It's not going to stop me from riding. I know, but that's the thing. I knew my fate. Every motorcyclist knows that. When they get into a motorcycle, they know, like, there's a chance I can die and I will crash. I've seen tons of crashes, too. I mean, you just accept it. You're not going to let the fear take control of you and be like, I'm not going to do this. I'm too scared.
I've still only been on a motorcycle once, and I don't know. I don't like being a passenger on a motorcycle. It's just zero control.
Yeah, I mean, that's a control. That's more opposite. I don't know.
It's like you really have to put your trust in the driver.
Yeah. That's why I wouldn't take a passenger for years, because I don't want to have that pressure on me.
I don't know how long this person was riding before. I mean, definitely a good amount of time. I don't know if it was years.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, if someone was driving for maybe a year or two, I wouldn't jump on their back of the motorcycle. And it also depends on the motorcycle. If they have some little 250, no, the thing's slow as tits. So I wouldn't want to get on that. But no, I would never take. It would take me a while before I put someone on the back of a motorcycle, because it's your life's in their hands and whatnot. Same thing with my car. My car that I have right now, the Miata, there's barely any airbag, so it's a fucking 30-year-old car, so I crash, it's gonna crumple up. But it's the fate I've accepted, and I know the risk. But, it is what it is, bro.
I mean, that's horrible. I'm trying to find a picture of this motorcycle.
What? Oh, the one that you're on?
Yeah, just see if you know what it is.
Was he hunched down?
Hugh, I don't know these things, okay?
Okay.
This is not a close enough photo. I can't find it. Oh, this is, I guess, the clearest picture that I'm gonna get.
What is that? That's a Honda. I think it's a Kawasaki.
Is that what would be considered a crotch rocket?
Yes. I can't remember. I don't know. I think it's a Kawasaki. It's old. It's 90s old. It's an old bike. I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
No, it's old. It's old. You can tell by looking at it.
Mm.
And normally when it comes to motorcycles, by the way they're styled, you can tell what period they're from.
Sure.
This is 90s. I'm not sure. I know it's a bigger bike. I would say it's up there, but I'm not sure which one exactly it is. I'm not sure which one it is. But I don't know. If that was, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Looks like he had fun. Would I go on one? Probably not. Would I ride bitch? I would totally ride bitch because it looks like it's fun. But once again, for me, I'd be super. What the fuck is it? It's a Kawasaki. It's a ZX something. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's the one that's maybe it's a 7 or maybe the 9. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
It's
right
up
now
there.
You're just
It's
saying numbers and letters, so
it's up there in the
it means
CCs,
nothing.
buddy. It's pretty much means if that was his first bike and if that's one of his first bikes and you got on it, oh god.
What?
No, if that's if he started on that bike, it's not very smart, but
that part I don't know. I mean, to my knowledge, but I didn't know.
Did you have a helmet?
Yeah.
Is that it?
What do you mean?
Did you wear anything else?
No.
Jesus.
We were hanging out at a mutual friend's house, and he was like, "Oh, do you want to go for a ride?" I was like, "Sure."
I remember one time I saw
hopped on the back and we went around, but that's the thing. When we came back, I remember him being we almost wiped out, and I was like, "What do you mean?"
Of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was when I was leaning, you were kind of resisting. That's why I said I don't like it because.
So pretty much if you're someone.
But I'm I want to lean all the way, and then I throw the weight off by and then the whole side of me is gone. Yeah. It's on the road. Yeah. But he was yeah, when we were leaning, I did lean with him, but you know what I mean. He could sense my hesitancy, yeah. So he was yeah, it threw me off a little bit, so I had to
You had to counter.
Yeah.
Yeah, because whenever you ride with someone, whatever you.
But right after we stopped, the way he phrased it was "Yo, we almost wiped out back there," and I was like, "What?" And yeah. he went a lot faster than I expected. I expected him he knew it was my first time on a motorcycle, so it was
You might have just felt fast slow. Too.
No, he at one point was just and took off.
Yeah, with motorcycle, if you're someone that always wants to be in control, don't ride the bike with motorcycle.
No. I wouldn't even say I'm okay with relinquishing control, but it was my first time, and he did tell me he was just hold on and kind of lean with me.
Yeah, just follow whatever the body.
But he didn't say lean. He was just kind of go with the flow type of thing. So
yeah, normally when you're passenger, whatever the person does, you do with their body.
Yeah, but I also see people. Well, I guess that's mostly going straight. Yeah.
No, when you're going straight, you do it. You shouldn't do whatever the fuck you want. But you can kind of move around.
No. It was just, forget that. It was my train of thought.
Mm.
But either way, I don't want to talk about cars and motorcycles anymore.
No.
But I
like butts.
No, we're not talking about butts either. Shut up. Okay, so I was mentioning that I feel you're trying to kill yourself. With
no, not yet.
But the question is, if you were to kill me,
what?
How would you do it? Okay, well, at least you're
depends. What did you do?
At least you're thinking about.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Because it depends what
you
severity.
You just want to go psycho and just get rid of me. You want the podcast all for yourself.
Well, I'll just take this stuff and leave.
You can't take it.
Of course, I'm physically stronger than you.
I'm just call security on you.
You think those security guards down there can do shit? And the old fat lady and the African dude, they can't do shit.
What lady?
There's the old lady that, whatever, they can't do anything. Most security guards can't do anything.
What African dude?
That dude, you wouldn't know. You just,
an African
of course,
dude.
you just click and go. Pretty much, most security guards you see, except for bouncers, can't do dick. But how would I kill you?
All right.
It comes down to what you did.
I don't know.
It comes down to severity. So
make up whatever narrative you feel is fit.
If you wrong me, like you killed my family, then I'm gonna torture you and make it slow. Like Vietnam era slow. Like Ben.
Right. No. But I think.
Want me to describe it?
No, because I think you're looking at it like that's something that you would do to anybody. Like if Joe Schmo down the street killed your family, you would want to do the whole torture thing.
If it was you?
But I'm talking about like me, like what?
It would be worse torture because it'd be more personal.
No.
Because I know you.
I'm not saying.
And I would use your fears against you.
What are my fears?
Well, I'd use your weak knees and stuff against you. So I would go for whatever I know is weakest on your body, and I know probably would hurt the most. I would go there first.
But okay, what you said you'd use my weaknesses against me, like what?
Your knees.
Okay, but that's like a physical. Like when someone says that, they normally mean like something that's like the person's kryptonite or whatever. When they say use your weaknesses against you, they don't mean literally. Oh, and first of all, I don't know why you have this narrative that I have weak knees.
Because
I
you
told
say
you that
it.
when I used to do track. Yeah, because like every now and then my knees or like one of them will like, I don't know, not pop, but like when you can like feel it kind of like the bone, like when you like bend and contract it kind of acts up. But that's not on a regular basis. That's like every now and then. So I don't know why me telling you that has all of a sudden translated into I have bad knees.
But the narrative's from you.
No, it's not, because I told you one thing and you've blown it up and over exaggerated it.
Well,
I literally just said every now and then I'll have like, you know, my knee kind of.
Okay.
My knees used to like. I don't know how to describe it. You know, like when your knees are bent and then you straighten it, and like the cartilage, because I used to do track, it used to or the bone or whatever used to kind of like rub on itself or rub on each other, like in the joint. But that doesn't happen anymore. Like when I bend and straighten my knee, like nothing pops right now. Yeah, no, not right now. Yeah, that was not my knee. But no, generally speaking, no, I don't have knee problems. Get that out of your head.
I can't. You put it in there.
If anything, I have back problems.
I'd use that too.
Right. And like that's something that I claim and I own. I don't know why you have it in your head that I have knee problems.
Because
Get that out of your
told
head.
me.
I said that I have had knee discomfort. I never said I have weak knees. That's your choice of words and your own narrative.
Alright.
Just continue.
Alright. How would I kill
Mr. Bad Elbow, get the fuck out of here.
Elbows.
Exactly.
They're fine now.
And shoulder.
It's for the most part good.
Didn't you have like golfer's shoulder and tennis elbow and
golfer's elbow?
Whatever the hell. I just felt like you swing more with your shoulders than your elbows.
No, it's your back.
Sure. Anyways, go ahead.
How would I destroy?
But I'm not like I'm just saying like in general. It's like okay, you know with certain people, there's like the best way to go about things. I'm not saying like I killed your family or I like stole all your money. Like I'm not with anything specific. But what way would you choose to kill me? Like I am the unique person, so not your coworker that's annoying you. Not
so I just
Josh.
feel like killing you one day.
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't want to make it quick.
Why?
I'm a sick fuck. I feel like I'm just doing this.
What the fuck?
You asked the question.
Oh my god.
You asked the question, bud. Yeah, I imagine.
But you said you don't want to make it quick.
No, because you must have done something so fucked up to me that it made me want to get to level 1.
The only thing I've done to you is be patient with you.
Well, that's fucking annoying. So I don't know. You must have, like I said, you must have done something that must have pushed me to the edge where I want to kill you. And me to get pushed to that edge, you must have done a lot. So obviously I wouldn't want to make it quick.
I know I would do it.
Okay, well, go ahead, because we're not going to find out how to kill you.
It would for sure involve poison, and I know that's such a typical woman thing to do.
I wouldn't find that it is.
Yes, women tend to... Really? You did not put your phone on silent?
Huh? What?
If that was my phone, you would have...
I know. I would have said something.
You would have also given me your stupid, like, weird little dagger eyes. Anyways, where's the king museum? Up there? Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely do poison. Women tend to do that because it's like, it's easier, it's cleaner, there's no, mess, whatever you're doing, stop. I can hear it. What are you picking at over there?
Mm-hmm.
The desk, aren't you?
There's tape on the box. So
what box? Oh,
the box is all over the place. I'm just poking it with my toenail.
Ew! That's
a tape.
Toenail?
No, it's the tape making the crunchy sound, not my toenail.
Yeah, but
my toenail's crunching and being broken. Well, that's a really
Your toenails are jacked up, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were crunching.
Yeah, my big toenails.
But yeah,
What kind of poison? Anthrax?
Who knows? Who knows? Something that can't be detected in an autopsy.
I don't know any poison like that.
But, yeah, and I wouldn't even do the whole, like, oh, let me cook for you. I would literally just have something that I know you can't resist.
Like what?
I don't know, like mac and cheese, or
I can resist it.
or
I mean, like, I'm
or a can of ginger ale.
I can resist a can of ginger ale.
When I say can't resist, I mean when I have those things here, you're always like, can I have some? And I'm like, no, and you'll go and take it anyways. And that's how I would do it. I'd be like, don't eat this, don't drink it, and you can't be mad at me because I told you not to do it, and you're gonna do it. Look at your face. It's the face of a guilty man. Yeah, and as you're dying, I would look you in your eyes and I would say, look at my face and remember it because I did this to you.
I won't. I'm dead.
As you're dying, poison isn't like it's like a slow.
Well, make sure if it's a poison that pretty much knocks out my body.
Is that a threat?
Yes. Joe, I would tell myself, if someone tries to kill me, if I die, you're coming with me.
Oh, Hugh-Gene.
So make sure it's a poison.
Oh, Hugh-Gene. You don't fucking scare me. Remember
if
that clip that you sent me of, like, it's like an old movie and the woman is, like, looking over her husband as he sleeps and then she slaps him and he wakes up and she's like, oh my gosh, did you have a nightmare? That's what I would do. I'd be like, oh, you don't feel good? Let me take care of you. And then once you're too weak, I'm like, you little bitch. Let me tell you what's good.
Well, I'm poisoned?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Make sure it's one that physically inoculates me.
No, but when you're starting to feel it, when you could still maybe fight back, I would not reveal my motives. Actually, a lot of poison can work really quickly, though. It's like
that's what I'm saying. Make sure it's one that physically inoculates me. By the time you
like get up from the table, you're like falling over.
Yeah, so make sure it's one that physically inoculates me. So then, once I'm about to die, then you tell me.
You will definitely have a moment where you look into my eyes, and I'm like, this is for everyone.
What if I just close my eyes? I'm just like, I'm not giving you the satisfaction, motherfucker.
Okay, but you can't close your ears, and I would feel satisfied.
Oh well.
You know what? Yeah, no, I would feel satisfied even if you don't look in my eyes. I'd be like, yeah, I would say this is for everything. And then it's for you in your last moments to figure out everything that you possibly could have done to me that would make me want to poison you.
Oh, well. Yeah, for me...
Mind games up to the last minute.
Yeah, for me it would be... Yeah, I don't know.
Yours is take you to the woods and shoot a bow and arrow like a pussy.
Probably, yeah. Shoot you in the knee and, like, fuck with you psychologically, yeah.
You don't have that in you.
Of course not, because I'm not a psychopath. But this is
I mean, that's up for debate. But...
I don't know, I'll just shoot you in the head. Let's just leave it at that, then.
Okay. What would you never, ever want my help with?
I don't know, like, lifting shit.
Why?
Because you're not super strong when it comes to lifting stuff.
I actually am strong. I just have back pain.
So that's the reason why.
But that doesn't change the fact that I am actually strong.
Okay.
My strength is just a lot more limited because then my back starts to hurt and I'm like,
well, that's why. So.
No, that's a fair answer. I'm just don't fucking call me weak. I'm not weak.
Okay.
I would never want your help with anything involving like anything involving being sensitive. In the sense, not that you can't be sensitive, but like the way your mind works. Like if I had like, like children in foster care that needed, to have like a talk, you're not the person I would call, because I'm like, you're gonna be like, well, life's shitty, don't have expectations, you'll be fine, it's okay, good job, buddy. And I'm like, I just feel like you need like a more soft approach, more of a nurturing approach, and I feel like you may not get that like trait until you have like kids, maybe. And then like when that like paternal instinct kicks in. But right now, if I'm like, oh god, someone is bawling, they need to be consoled, like, you're good at like the realistic, like, life knocks you down, you gotta get back up, like that realistic stuff. But when someone really needs like nurturing, I feel like you're not my first call. Fair? Do you take offense to that?
No, I don't care.
Okay. Tell us, tell everyone in this square room about a time that you got more like wasted than you wanted.
It doesn't happen very often because I can control myself because I'm an adult.
Oh, Jesus, shots fired.
Yeah, if you can't control your alcohol, don't drink.
But you're saying that, but you have also...
But I've gotten to the point where I'm blacked out, and I even still was pretty good. Like, all my friends were like, no, you're good for a blacked out guy. I would say that probably be the only time where I've gotten to the point where I'm just like... Because every time I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I've thrown up, I can still control myself and get myself to the toilet for the most part. Every time I've had that I could think of.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, like, I always have anxiety, especially if you don't remember something, you're like, oh god, what did I do? And it's always like nothing. It's like, oh, no, you're fine. Like, nobody knew you blacked out or whatever.
And the thing is...
But it's still... I don't know. I don't feel like it's fair to say I'm an adult so I can,
Yeah, it is a fucking adult thing. If you're one of those people that get drunk...
That's not to say that things can't happen from time to time. I think if someone's constantly blacking out...
Yeah, you're not a fucking adult.
No, that. But, like, if you drink and then you're like, well, now I feel sick. Or, like, oh, wow, like, I didn't realize I drank that much. And, like, it's not to the point when it's a problem. I think it's reasonable.
No.
Everyone gets more drunk than they intended.
So then learn to control your alcohol.
From time to time. No, that's the thing. If you don't drink that often, then it's like, oh, maybe... you think you're fine, and then all of a sudden you're not, because that's how it works with alcohol.
I don't know. I'd say learn from that situation then.
Oh my gosh, Hugh. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, my one time was... I can't remember which birthday it was. I think it was like 3-4 years ago or whatever. I just, pretty much, me and my friend, we drank, like... I think where we fucked up is we drank a warm bottle of sake. I think it was a 1.5 liter bottle of sake. We drank it warm. And we used, like, the traditional, like, sake glasses. Sake, whatever how you say it. And we thought we were supposed to take it as shots. We didn't realize we were supposed to just drink it like regular, like, tea kind of like type of thing. So we just kind of like shotted it.
Tea, but I get what you're trying.
So we like took shots of it pretty much and finished that bottle in like less than an hour.
Sake is what, like 20 something percent?
I think like just like regular wine. I think between 60 and 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's warm, so it's like you hit even more. And plus we shotted it. We shotted the bottle, and then I had like Jameson. I shot like some Jameson and beers and tequila shots and whatnot. I didn't have any weed, which would have been bad if I did weed that time. Because I don't like doing both. But yeah, pretty much what happens to me whenever I get uber drunk is I gave everyone lap dances.
Everyone?
Yeah, everyone. No one was safe for my butt.
Oh God.
Yeah, I pretty much gave everyone a lap dance. What else happened? I somehow had a box of... Because I remember my friends, they told me when we got... Because I got to their house before they got there. And they said you somehow had a box of Timbits. So we must have went... the guy who drove me home, we must have went to Tim Hortons somehow. And then my friend, she told me that, like, I heard you get up and go to the bathroom. And I heard you throwing up. And she was like, yeah, you seem fine. And somehow I got back to my bed. And it was fine, but I think where I made a mistake was that I remember waking up the next morning with no pants on, and I'm wondering where the fuck are my pants. So I was thinking to myself, where the hell can my pants be? So I thought to myself, it must be in the other room, because I normally sleep in my friend's old room whenever I stay over, but I slept in her mom's room, then now it's the guest room. So then I think what happened is that when I left the bathroom after throwing up to go back in, is that my brain probably went into like, my body went to like memory mode, and I went to the other room. It was being rented out, so someone was in that room. So I went into that room, and I guess probably I realized someone was in that room, so then I left and went back to my regular room. Because I asked her, I was like, where's the pants? I asked her, because I was like, where's my pants? Where's my wallet? I asked her that specifically because then I know what happened. And she said, your pants is in the closet and your wallet was by the dresser. So I was like, okay, that's muscle memory because that's normally what I would do. Whenever I would sleep over in that room, I'd always put my wallet on the dresser and my pants are always tossed in the closet. But that's like, that I would say that's my worst, which is, I would seem to say it's not that bad. Because I know people with blacking out stories where I had one friend, he's like, I woke up in the middle of a field. And but mine, though, mine was pretty fine.
Yeah, for me, the time that comes to mind is a trip, my first trip to Mexico. It was for a wedding. It was my friend's cousin's wedding. So it was like a lot of her family there. And like, one of our other friends came and whatever. And, it was nice. It was good. There was one day that one of my friends and I were planning to like go to the spa, and like they had that thing where like you put your feet in the tank, in like a fish tank, and the fish eat the dead skin off of your feet. So we were gonna go for that, and but beforehand we had some time to kill. So we we're like, okay, like let's go down to the pool because all of the family, well, not all, but a lot of the family had, told us to meet up by the pool. So we went to say hi to everyone and stuff like that. And she wore a bathing suit, so she got in the pool with them just for a few minutes. Like I said, we had some time to kill.
Titties pop out? She like jumping. Oh man, my titties. What? I don't know. You guys drank. I don't fucking know.
No, we weren't drinking at this point.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah. So, well, we were gonna head to the spa, so it was like, but what happened was, so I'm on the sidelines. I didn't wear a bathing suit, so I wasn't planning on going in the water again. I'm going to the spa, so I'm sitting on the sidelines with certain people, talking to them, from the edge of the pool, and then someone comes up from behind me. They take my bag, take my phone out of my hand. Someone else comes and starts pushing me towards the pool. I'm like, no, 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 no. Eventually, they push me in. I'm in my clothes, drenched, and it was like, ugh, God, okay. And at first, my instinct was like, okay, like, just get out. But I'm like, well, I'm wet anyway, so I just stayed in the pool for a few minutes. Once I pushed in, like, everyone who was around, they're like, oh, get a drink. And that pool had a swim-up bar. So we went, and there was, like, I want to say, like, I don't know, 7, 8 to 10 of us, who were like, yeah, we'll do a shot, we'll do a tequila shot. And this resort, they poured, like, one shot was like a double shot, like it was a lot of alcohol. So we pour all of the drinks. A couple people take them, but then some, basically not everyone who said they wanted a shot. Some people were like, oh, well, I have one drink, like, let me finish my drink, blah, blah, blah.
Pussies.
No, I mean, they were all drinking. Like, it's not that they weren't drinking, but they were like, whatever. So I think it was my friend's brother. No, I think it was her, a couple other cousins. They were like, yeah, I'm like, well, we're going to the spa soon, so I'm not gonna, wait and, for everyone to finish their drinks. I'm like, I'm gonna do my shot. So I do one, and then someone's like, oh, just do another one. And I was like, all right, cool, because we had like 7 that were still lined out that were unclaimed. So I did one, then I did the other one. Then her family all starts chanting. They're like, oh my gosh, yes, do it, drink, shot. So I was like, okay, and I took all 7. And they were hefty shots of gold tequila. I don't know what type, whatever resort tequila. And I was like, holy shit, this is definitely the most I've drank, especially in such a short amount of time. I'm here with, like, all her family, but they were all, feeling real nice anyways. But, like, at this point, it's like, okay, well, now I gotta get out of the pool and figure something out because I'm dripping wet, and we won't have time to go back to the room to change before we went to the spa because we had to book the time. It's already going to be charged to our credit card whether we make it there or not, and this is the last appointment of the day. And this was our last night there, if I'm not mistaken. So I was like, oh, shit. So I think my friend who actually did have her bathing suit, she gave me her, like, cover-up, so I just put it over me because, like, clearly I was, like, wet. And yeah, and then we made our way. So like we're walking through the resort. We had to go kind of to the front and then to take a golf cart to another part of the resort to where the spa was. And I was fine. And then so like it was like maybe like a 10-minute walk, and then like a 3-4 minute golf cart ride. So like halfway through, it just all just hits me. And I'm just like, oh my god! Like she literally was like, "Are you okay? Like you look, you're gonna fall out of this, golf cart." And I was like, "I am fine. I'm just drunk as hell." And then we get there, we're late. I'm damp. She's damp. But the spa people were so nice. I guess at some point, like on a bush or something, I like cut my leg, like a small cut, like just like a little, like from, like I said, like a bush or something little. But I'm like, I don't even remember being cut. They put a Band-Aid on me. They still gave us our spa treatment. And I was like, I just feel like the biggest mess in the world. But that was definitely, in my opinion, the drunkest I've been.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well.
Hold on. I'm scrolling through because there's a photo. It should be here. I have videos too, but I'm not going to play that.
I don't think you want to hear all that screaming.
It's not screaming.
And all that fucking...
Yeah, this is us in the fish spa. As you can see, there's a random Band-Aid on my leg.
That place looks like someone's fucking basement.
What?
That's a resort?
Yeah. No, it was nice. Well, I mean, you can't see anything. You just see the wall behind us.
Oh, man, it looks like someone's basement.
No. It was a nice...
Like some big-ass massage-looking chair, not like some chair you got from IKEA.
No, well, because it's not a massage. It's a chair so that we can just put our feet into the tanks.
I know, but it looks like some IKEA shit.
No, I thought it was fun, but it was like it was so trippy to have those,
little fish nibbling at your feet.
Yeah, and to be so drunk, and it's just like, oh my god, what is going on here?
Well, we have partnered with some of the great people at Smart Home. Wow, thanks, Smart Home. You guys are so nice. Keep partnering with us every goddamn week. Oh, Jesus. Many of us are looking to specify our life, whether it's planning our week or just remembering when our appointments are. Smart Home can help with that. They provide everything from personal assistants like Google Home and Alexa to automated lighting systems and security cameras like Ring for your home. Oh, their products are affordable, easy to program devices that communicate over your home's existing wiring and radio frequency signals. Meaning your appointments are always remembered. Thanks, guys. And that your house is always safe. As a thank you for listening to our podcast, you can also use the discount code ROOM10 at checkout for 10% off the website, smarthome.com. You can follow them at smarthome on Instagram and at smarthomeinc on Twitter. Whoa.
What was that discount code again? Let them know.
Room 10.
That's ROOM10 at smarthome.com for 10%.
Smart Home.
Okay, so have you heard? Okay, I know I was starting to tell you this, and I was like, let me just not tell you anymore and let you know what's going on the podcast. But last week, Jenna Marbles made a video essentially just taking accountability for some of the, I guess you can call it racist things. Like, she wasn't doing them with the intention to be racist, but they were, like, certain
It's like one video.
Asian stereotypes. No, there were a couple things that she said, like, just like perpetuating stereotypes, but like realistically, I think that one, her mocking the Asians in her song. Her mocking Asians in her song was probably the worst one that I can remember off the top of my head. But generally, aside from that, her issues are very unproblematic. But she felt it was important to, take accountability. Keep in mind, no one was asking for it. She was not canceled. She took it upon herself to take accountability, to make it known that she never wants to, offend or hurt or cause pain to anyone. She apologized for, anybody who did feel a certain way. She also, one of the things that she apologized for was like slut shaming and stuff like that in videos.
Oh God, I hate the world.
No, but you know what? I thought her, stop fiddling with the mic, please. I thought her video was really well said. She got her message across, and I think the reason why so many people, because like hashtag we love you, Jenna, we support Jenna. Like, all that stuff was trending after her video came out. And I think one of the reasons is because she took accountability without anybody needing to ask her to. Which is...
Yeah, because she's like, fuck it, I'm not going to get canceled, might as well just bring it up now.
But, like, she didn't even have major things.
But everything's major.
No, I agree, but that's the thing. A lot of people are like, well, maybe I shouldn't say anything, and if it comes out, then I'll apologize. Like, you know what I mean? She's the only one that... I'm sure there's other people, but she's the only one that I know of who has taken it upon themselves to take accountability before.
But some people probably don't even realize they might have said something offensive, though.
No, I agree that as well.
So,
but
is Timothy Ghetto in the wrong because he was in that music video?
Well, he's Asian.
Yeah, but he okayed that offensive joke.
I haven't heard anything about him. No. Oops.
Yeah, but I don't know. With this stupid cancel culture logic, then Timothy Ghetto should be canceled because he perpetuated an Asian stereotype. Blah 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 blah. I don't know. I think this. Everyone knows how I feel about canceling. If she wants to stop, she's smart for doing what she did because she's like, if the people decided to catch her doing her racist shit and slut shaming, whatever the fuck, it'd be much worse for her than just coming out.
Well, yeah. So that's the thing. So she was just saying that, like, she doesn't really right now on her channel know how to make it a completely safe space and not offend anyone. So she said that, you know, for now, she won't be making videos and she may never come back.
Yeah, it's because it's impossible.
Which is, you know, it's weird because Jenna is literally one of the, like, founding fathers.
Yeah, she's one of the granddaddies of
YouTube. So it's crazy to think, but I also think that, like, there's no better way that she could have done it. I really commend her for how she did it. But a couple days after that video, Shane Dawson released a video, again, taking accountability. As you know, Shane Dawson has had many scandals in the past. He's done blackface with his, like, characters, and even if it's not blackface, it's very stereotypical, and he's made, you know, rape jokes and sexual jokes and has sexualized children. He made the joke about having sex with his cat.
That's what people are offended by that?
No, I'm just giving, like, a little summary. There was a video of him and his ex-girlfriend when they were talking to Shane's little cousin, and she was 11 at the time. And in the video, they were talking to her about losing her virginity and if she has a period, and it was very uncomfortable. But Shane has said that he has talked to her cousin and her mom, and they both said no, like, we understood it to be a joke. It was planned, although everyone's saying it doesn't seem like it was planned, like the kid looks uncomfortable, but, like, they're saying they have no problem with it, and
so that should be the end of it.
Right, but people, I rewatched it yesterday. Obviously it's not up on his regular channel, but people re-upload. It was a little cringy. They took, like, a peep, and his girlfriend, like, stuck it. She's like, oh, this is how you do it. And she stuck it up her dress and was like, oh, like, do you understand? And the kid was like, what? And he's like, oh, do you have your period yet? Do you bleed from your vagina? Da-da-da. Oh, when a guy says thing, like, what are you going to say? And the kid was like, I'm going to say no. And he was like, yeah, but what if it, like, it was a little much. Again, I understand what you're saying about, like, if, you know, if the family... If they didn't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, if the family, if he apologized and the family's like, hey man, don't worry about it, then that's enough.
Yeah. But I think, you know, at first I thought the way you thought, but then I realized, I'm like, he didn't do this just with his family. He did this and then put it out onto the internet. So that's what makes it different. That's what makes, even though it was a moment between your family, why are you apologizing to the general public? It's because you made it public. You literally put it out there for other people to consume. It's not like a video that got leaked or, you know what I mean? Like, he put it out there as content, so I totally understand why people want him to take accountability, because it was
but he did by apologizing to the mom and sister.
Right, so in this video, he did take accountability for that. He expresses that it is not right, along with the blackface and stuff like that. And he has apologized for blackface in the past, and the racial jokes, the stereotypes, you know. And he said in this video that although he has apologized in the past and he's meant it, he feels like he didn't take the time to look into the history to understand why these things are so hurtful. It's like, okay, you're not supposed to do blackface. Like, it's offensive. Okay, and he just kind of took it as that, but he didn't really look into why it was offensive and why people would have problems with this, or even just stereotypical jokes, whether it's about Jewish people, black people, Asians, Latinos. Like, you know, like, nobody was really safe when it came to Shane and his jokes back in the day.
That's my favorite kind of comedy. No one's safe.
But he didn't understand, like, why some of these stereotypes would be bothersome to some people. So he said now he wants to take more accountability. Not that he didn't mean his apologies back then, but he has a whole new understanding for the hurt that it's caused. Now,
has it actually caused hurt, though?
I think, well, look at...
Maybe the blackface, but has anything else caused hurt? Has anyone expressed pain?
People have, yeah. Whether it's real or not, I don't know these people. They're just usernames online, right? But
just typing on the comments?
Yeah. No. So a lot of people will be making videos about him as well. So there's those people verbally speaking out about it. But like, what I'm saying is, I don't know anyone who's been like, Shane Dawson has hurt me so much. Like, you know what I mean?
Shane Dawson's video.
Jesus.
I ruined my life.
But moving forward now, there was when Whip My Hair was big, Willow Smith's song, which is Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith's daughter. She was 11 when that song came out, when that was big. And Shane, there's a video of Shane pretending to jack off and come and orgasm to a poster of her, and he's there and he's like in front of me, he's like, oh yeah, Willow, oh Willow, oh yeah, Willow, like, you know. And that is being circulated now, and a lot of celebrities have seen it. Jada Pinkett Smith says that, shoot, give me a second, let me see if I can actually find the tweet, because I was like, I remember, I didn't even know about this. I logged on to Twitter, and I was like, shit, what is going on?
Shane Dawson did something, girl, jacking off to Willow Smith?
No, but like, I saw their response. So she says to Shane Dawson, I'm done with the excuses. Jaden Smith said, okay. So first it was just a whole bunch of like the angry face with like the swearing over this thing, the emoji. And then he said, I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. And this is all caps. And then another tweet said, Shane Dawson, I'm disgusted by you. You sexualizing an 11-year-old girl who happens to be my sister is the furthest thing from funny, and I'm not okay in the slightest bit. And then he also said, this man was also doing blackface on the regular. As the youth, we need to support creators who support us and our morals. This is not okay.
That's his past.
And then, what do you call it? Willow's current boyfriend right now, he was like, I'll knock that white boy out for real.
No, you won't. Shut the fuck up.
And then Jaden said it's bad for him right now. And I agree, it is bad for Shane right now. The video, it's not great. And it's funny because I was looking at all of this stuff, and I remembered, I don't know if you even know this.
No, I didn't know about
Shane Dawson. No, what I'm about to say. Back in 2010 until 2012, Shane had a YouTube channel. You know the Fine Brothers? They do like the Kids React, Teen React, right? Before they were doing the React, they, had their YouTube channel, and they partnered with Shane on a project called Millie. Are you familiar?
No.
Okay, so I think it was like, Hey, It's Millie, or It's Millie. It was just a puppet. It was a puppet of an 8-year-old girl with purple hair. One of the Fine Brothers did like the voice for her, and then Shane was constantly in the videos, and one of the other brothers was in the videos as well. And like, it was highly sexualized. Millie was an 8-year-old girl, so like, she didn't know about things, but she would constantly be talking about like, oh, fuck me, oh, lick my tits, when am I gonna get boobs, Shane, can I suck your, like, no, it was no, it was bad, Hugh.
I imagine. Is the Fine Bros getting canceled? Because they're normally very PC guys. I want to know if they're
You know what's funny? I was watching a video last night. The same music that they use for Millie's intro is the same music that they use for Kids React.
So they didn't even learn. I hope they get canceled, because like I said last time, everybody better get the same amount of equal smoke.
No, I totally agree, especially because, like, one of the Fine brothers was the voice of Millie. Like, there was a thing where Millie was describing, she was talking about how Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato turn her on, and describing her newly sprouted breasts and da-da-da-da. Like, I think Selena Gomez was probably about, like, 18 at the time. And Shane is in character, and he's like getting a boner, and he ejaculates. And then the Millie, the puppet, was like, "Oh, did you just come?" And then she's like, "Oh, by the way, what is cum?" Like, you know, it's like one of those things. And then Shane pulls out
a creepy porn.
Shane pulls out a gun on her, and she starts sucking it like a dick. And then he shoots her.
What year was this?
Like 2010 to 2012.
What the fuck? Fine Bros were kind of weird, man. I hate Fine Bros. I mean, they're fucking.
But there's also a video where like Shane is like one of the brothers is doing the voice, and like Millie, like the doll is like, "Oh, just, you know, stick your dick inside."
I think we get the point.
No, but I'm saying, like, it went so, like, I remember I used to watch the Millie videos.
Ew, why would you watch that?
Because I was a fan of Shane.
You didn't get creeped out by that?
I was.
You shouldn't say that out loud, Joe. You're gonna get canceled.
No, but
that means you're co-opting his product. You understand what I'm saying? By you watching Shane Dawson, it shows that you support Shane Dawson, meaning you support everything in his past. You understand what I'm saying? I don't
understand what you're trying to do right now, but just
it means it doesn't mean it's stupid.
I know. Hold on. What I'm trying to get at is, I mean, the Willow thing and the Millie thing, like, those weren't, and in his apology, he also mentioned, you know, there's a lot of, basically, you know, he had his podcast for a while, and there were a lot of clips, he said, that were taken out of context or edited, like, with certain parts out, so, like, he was just talking about, because there was a woman, Francesca something, I'm sure if you Google Francesca and Shane Dawson, like, her name will come up. But she was very vocal on YouTube about, I don't think she's uploaded a video in like 2 years.
Francesca, was she white?
No, black woman. Oh. But she was very vocal about the fact that Shane's videos were offensive, and tried to reach out to him and explain to him why these videos are offensive and so on and so forth. And he was always very defensive. He's like, it's comedy, it's this, it's that, you know. So he acknowledges in this video that she was only trying to help, and he apologized to her and whatever. But there is a clip going around on his podcast where he talks about, like, beating and murdering a woman who is constantly coming at him and, like, criticizing and blah, blah, blah. So people assume that it was her.
So he's apologizing for it now, though.
But he said that it wasn't her. It was a different woman, a white woman.
Oh, of course. He's probably saying another cover. He's like, oh, God.
But he did
shit against me.
No, he did say, under no circumstance should he be talking about murdering and describing how he wants to murder this person just because they, you know, have a different view than him. But he did say that it's not about this particular black woman. But overall, you know, I think his track record has shown that recently he hasn't had any controversies involving, you know, race or stereotypes or anything offensive. But the problem is that he is linked closely with people who are very publicly. You're just staring out the window at this car, and it's so loud. What kind of car?
Rip it, buddy! Rip it!
What is it?
It's a Mustang.
Yeah, the thing is, he is linked to people. He is, and you know, outwardly very close with Tana Mojo.
Oh, she deserves that. I don't care.
Trisha Paytas.
Yeah, she's gonna get canceled.
And Jeffree Star.
And they all have shit that they can get canceled for.
Like, Trisha Paytas.
I don't want anyone to get canceled. I hate cancel culture.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised if they get canceled.
Yeah, Trisha Paytas is known for kind of, like, I think the big things right now is she said she was a lesbian. Then she said she was a transgendered man. Then she said she had dissociative identity disorder.
That's a new one. I haven't heard that one.
It's what people used to call multiple personality disorder, but that's not the correct term.
Apparently.
Well, when you're faking it, she pretended to, like, well, people are saying it's pretending because people who actually have it have said that this is not how it actually is at all.
Yeah. I've seen, like, there's a video I watched. There's whatever.
And she's, like, in her kitchen, and then she's like, hungry. No, seriously, yeah. Claiming to have different. Well,
that is a different personality. That's her hungry personality.
Everyone's like, that's not a different person. That's just you're now hungry.
That's just your body.
But in the real terminology, they're called alters, not multiple personalities.
Yeah, there was this British chick that I watched a couple of videos of her.
Dissociative?
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's her.
Yeah.
Is she British?
Yeah.
Does she like constantly change her hair color and stuff? Does she look kind of emo?
I guess.
Yeah. Well, I've watched her videos. It's interesting. That shit's interesting.
Their videos, because remember there's multiple alters.
Whatever. Their videos.
Anyways, the point is, yes, that they have spoken out about that. A lot of different, people with the ideas. Basically, Trish, does very extreme things. She's still coming for David Dobrik and the Vlog Squad. She exposed, a whole bunch of stuff, which has now led to Liza Koshy.
Who's that?
Liza Koshy?
I don't know these fucking dumbass YouTubers, man. I'm old school YouTuber. I know the YouTubes actually have integrity. And fucking, what's that? Coochie who? Who's that?
Coochie who?
Anna Kochi? What is she? Is she always in the Vlog Squad stuff? Is she the blonde one?
The brown girl.
There's all of them. Those chicks got thrown around like fucking the train, man. They're always different. Oh, that one, the Indian chick.
Yeah.
Oh, God, what happened to her?
Well, she has now had to apologize because something that Trish brought up was the fact that, like, her and David Dobrik and, would make Asian jokes and...
She is Asian.
Like, Chinese Asian.
Did she specify that, or did she say Asian?
I didn't... Trisha's video was like...
You gotta be more specific, because she's Asian. She can make jokes about herself.
Liza has posted a YouTube video with just the message. On Instagram, Twitter, she's made her apology.
Yeah, she has to. She's family friendly. She's gonna lose those Disney contracts, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's crazy how, like, this is a snowball effect. And, like, first of all, for Trisha to really call out anyone is a lot. But, like,
it doesn't matter.
Even Jeffree Star. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't fucking matter.
There's something that... Yeah.
This is the world!
With Jeffree Star, everyone knows Jeffree has a history of using...
fucked up past. He's made some fucking weird songs. I've heard them.
Not just the songs.
He
said the N-word. He had
every white person said the N-word.
Throwing acid in people's faces.
You go to London, that's what they do all the time.
He used to use the term lipstick Nazi, which...
What's that?
He meant it in the way of, like, people who just love makeup. Like, oh, you're a lipstick Nazi. But
what's wrong with that?
The word Nazi.
Oh, fuck off!
I'm telling you what people are bringing up.
The word Nazi is...
shoot the messenger.
I'm gonna shoot... It doesn't matter, Joe. We live in a culture where it doesn't fucking matter.
It does matter. I'm just a messenger. I'm just repeating.
But guess what? What you repeated is offensive, and you're canceled, bitch. That's the world we live in now. Jesus, it doesn't matter.
I don't want to hear you do that again.
Well, I'm pretty much doing the
that offends me.
I don't fucking care. But, like, no, Nazi's lost its meaning. Whenever I heard someone gets called a Nazi, I'm like, oh, they probably just don't agree with them.
But for a lot of people, that is a trigger word.
Yeah, a lot of people are fucking bitch-ass niggas, so there, someone just got triggered. You get triggered by the N-word? Oh, so I said the word bitch. You got triggered by that? Oh, I said triggered. You got triggered by that? Go fuck yourself. God, we need like a World War III to make us less pussies or some shit.
Anyways, but even recently, some of the people who have worked with Jeffree
have to apologize.
No, have now come out like this before this last week. Like in the last few weeks, over the last month or so, people have come out in regards to Jeffree Star about.
Jeffree Star's the one with no eyebrows, right?
Yeah, well,
I'm thinking of the other one, the younger kid. That's why.
James Charles.
Yeah, it's the same person.
No, not at all. Because they're saying that Jeffree orchestrated that whole thing.
Yeah, but that was the whole thing, right?
Dramageddon.
Yeah, but that was something that people exposed when it was happening. That was obviously orchestrated. So why is that being brought up again? It was obviously orchestrated.
Because Jeffree didn't make the video. Tati Westbrook made it. Remember, it was a woman who made the video.
But tons of people made videos saying this is clearly a fucking blah blah blah.
Anyways, but it's coming out that like behind the scenes, Jeffree was a part of it, and Shane, and like you said, Jeffree has been a part of a lot of controversies. So what people are saying is, Shane, you have so many problematic friends. You say that you don't make these racist jokes anymore, but you publicly support these people even after these scandals. So it's just kind of like, but Shane has admitted that, you know what, I haven't held my friends to the same standard.
Because fuck off! If my friend tried to hold me, I'm like, go fuck yourself. I don't know, man.
If your friend tried to what?
I don't know. Let's just continue, man. I just want this whole thing.
It's a lot.
It pushes me more and more to be like, you know what? I think I should just move into that, build a cabin and move into a forest. Because putting this into the world, man, and just seeing how shit's going, and not from like Corona and the racism, just other shit, like more like political and just how shit's shifting. I'm just like, you know what? Some quotes that have came out are coming true. And I think I'm more and more wanting to move into a forest and being like, fuck you guys. Just being like, you know what, let me get a couple of friends. Let's make a small town in the very middle of nowhere.
A small town?
A town where we can
create with your friends? And
let's just all, like, if you have a girlfriend, great. Let's just make a small town. If they're
single, they can't
then
move
you can find a fucking
town.
chick that's near a neighboring town, and then you can join our town. Town no bigger than fucking 20. Fucking, we just self-support ourselves. Fuck the fucking world. Because seeing how shit is, and seeing seeing shit, and paying attention to the states, you man, there's a lot of, I don't know. America's scaring me right now. America's terrifying me right now. It's actually terrifying me.
Well, what I'm going to say, so that's just a summary of what's been going on, but now I'm going to give my opinion, and I feel like you probably will agree, but it may be a controversial opinion.
Everything's a controversial opinion.
I 100% think that the things that Shane Dawson did in his past are unexcusable and unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
In his video, he said that, quite frankly, all the things that he's done and to still have a career, he said he shouldn't have a career right now, which is
if it was held by today's standards, yeah.
By today's, yeah. Well, he's talking about today's.
But it's
standards.
a different time.
See, and that's the thing that Jenna Marbles in her video alluded to. She said that at the time you could get away with making jokes about like slutty girls and da-da-da.
It's the time.
Because of the times, but she said, even though I made something a long time ago, I don't want to put anything out there that would offend someone today.
Good luck. Good fucking luck.
Meaning she's going to private those videos because nowadays things are different. At the time,
nowadays everyone gets fucking offended by
acceptable to post, but now that's not acceptable. So I totally understand where she's coming from.
No.
But I think with Shane, he even admits like by today's standard, and not just by today's standards, because blackface was never like back in like 10 years ago, blackface still wasn't okay. So the fact that he got away with it, like, you know what I mean? Like, he really should have been checked back then.
But that comes down to black people. Where are they at the time? Say something.
But that's the thing. People were saying things, but the people who were in support of it and being like, oh, he's so funny, were louder. His fans were louder than the voices, you know? Because even he says, like, there were people making videos and trying to reach out to him, and not even in a bad way, but being like, hey, this is offensive. And he was just like, he got defensive about it, and he got angry, and he got, you know, like, to be like, who are you to tell me that this is offensive? So it's like, it's not that those people didn't exist, but the fans and the support were louder than anything else. So it's like, you feel like it's okay if the good outweighs the bad at the time.
Yeah. Hey man, you did it.
But I think that
if you understand what you did is wrong.
The way I feel about this is that, like I said, totally unexcusable, not okay.
Say it one more time.
But totally unexcusable,
cover your ass.
not okay.
You gotta cover your ass these days.
No, that's not what I was trying to do. I'm trying to reiterate because you're constantly cutting me off. So I'm just trying to make sure my train of thought is like one linear train. I don't want the... Oh, God. But with that being said, I think that you need to give people room to grow. What? And room to be better. And I think that while Shane, like, he's a human, he cannot be perfect. And I totally understand the supporting. And like, here's the thing, I'm gonna put it out there that I have nothing against Hannah Mojo, Trisha Paytas, or Jeffree Star. I have no comment. I've bought Shane and Jeffree's conspiracy palette. I've bought
No! You should have said that!
No, why?
Because you're co-opting their business and their blackface.
It's my decision, especially as a black person, and nobody can tell me what I should and should not be offended by. I can definitely agree that Shane and Jeffree should not have done things in their past, but I do think that if we hold someone to the standard of what they were, like, I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago.
What?
Even 20 years ago.
But you did stuff in your past that was wrong.
But what?
You did stuff in your past that could have been wrong, and you have to pay for them.
I agree with paying for things that are wrong, that you've done that are wrong, but I also think that
no one's perfect. Everyone fucks up and says things they shouldn't say.
Right. You need to give people room to grow. Yeah. Because you know, like, they can never get better if they don't. And I think, obviously, if you give them room to grow and they fuck up, then it's like, you know, but I think digging, like, Shane hasn't been problematic for years, you know, and, like, and, like, even with Jeffree, it's like, okay, you want to talk about beauty guru drama, that's one thing, but, like, I don't know. But the Jeffree thing is a little more touchy, in my opinion, than the Shane thing. Wow. I know a lot of drag queens and
they don't like him.
That, like, just say, like, especially like RuPaul Drag Race, they have a huge platform, and they're like, well, you know what? If you are one of Ru's girls and you are buying Jeffree Star's makeup, you are perpetuating the stereotype, because that also.
What stereotype?
Sorry, not the stereotype. The problem. You're part of the problem. If they are supporting Jeffree, especially publicly, they have big platforms, their fans are going to now want to support Jeffree, and, you know, like a domino effect type of thing. I'm choosing to not have an opinion so much about that stuff. But in regards to Shane and a lot of these people, you know, I really think that it's important to let people grow. And while I am not happy with the things that he has done in his past, as for who he is right now, I ain't got no problems with Shane Dawson.
That makes too much sense. Don't say that. That makes sense. Welcome to Nazi Germany, everybody!
And that's the thing. I can totally understand that some of his actions may have, like, really hurt people. Like, I can understand, like, not looking in the mirror and, like, feeling less than or being bullied about your skin color and having this big creator be praised for doing the same thing, and how that would affect you and make you feel like that is completely valid. And
I've never seen those videos. What the hell? If
that is you and, like, you resonate with that in any way, shape, or form, then I feel like it's perfectly acceptable to be like, I will never support Shane Dawson. I think he should be canceled. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But, like, as for his cancellation now, I have no opinion on it. If he's canceled, then it's like, he kind of deserves it, so I can't say anything. But if people give him a chance, I also think that's also reasonable, which is why I say I have no opinion, because either way, it's not my fight. It's like when all these people are apologizing, or someone apologizes for blackface, and all the white people are like, it's okay, we forgive you. And, like, the thing that I've been seeing a lot on the internet right now is people are saying it's not your position to forgive this person. It's the people who it directly affects. So if someone does blackface, it's about the black community. If someone makes a joke about Mexicans, it's the Mexican community. The Asians, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are the people who need to do the forgiving, not the stans who are like, oh, you apologize, we forgive you. So it's like, you know, I haven't been personally affected by it, so I'm not gonna, like for instance, like the Willow Smith situation, none of us can forgive until her and her family, like, those are the people who are affected by it.
I just don't really care.
Well, also, you know what? No, with
if
that
I'm
one,
be honest, I don't
with
care.
that she's no, but it's
fucked. But
forget Willow Smith, the name of a celebrity. It was a child.
Yeah, no, it's fucked.
Yeah.
But is it gonna affect my day? No. I'm gonna be like, that's fucked up.
The problem is it's triggering for children who are being abused. It perpetuates older people to maybe act on their sick, twisted fantasies to abuse people and animals. Like, even like the joke about the cat. I heard it, and this is a long time ago. Like, I didn't listen to it recently, but he was just talking about like masturbating and, like, looking for somewhere to masturbate, and then, like, his cat walks by, and then, you know, he puts her on his back, or puts her on her back, and then he talks about, like, I think he calls it a little chicken leg, because, you know, like, animals, like, their bottom legs are kind of, like, bent. It's like, oh, her little chicken leg spread, and then you just come on her stomach. Hugh-Gene.
Dave Chappelle made a similar joke about nutting on the floor and his dog lapping it up. In a recent comedy special.
What I'm saying is people are talking about that perpetuating animal abuse and...
Oh no! Someone nuts on a cat!
Okay, the way you said that was...
Poor meow meow! Someone nutted on his belly.
It was a...
Not Snookums.
Snookums.
How are we gonna get it out?
Well, yeah.
Get the warm towel, Jerry!
It could cause matting of the fur.
Oh! They clean themselves.
Yeah, so then your cat's gonna lick a jizz.
Dave Chappelle, man, I don't give a fuck. That's okay, whatever.
But
Will Smith, blackface, the other stuff, like, whatever. Nutting on a cat, it's a joke. I don't think he actually nuts on it.
No. He specified he didn't actually do it. It was just...
You never know, man. Get your cat to lay there all nicely and shit.
I feel like cats would just swat and like a cat.
I don't know cats. I don't have experience.
I don't know, but that's my thoughts. That's what's going on right now in the world. Who knows? There's probably a million more statements, a million more creators who have come out.
Oh man, you're fucked if you're a creator. I'd be terrified to be a creator.
Well, we are digital creators. And it's funny. Was it last week or the week before? We literally 2 weeks ago. We had our episode, "The Square Room is Over" party, because it's like
because we're gonna get canceled.
Don't say that.
That's the reality. If I'm a creator, I'd be terrified.
You are a creator and you're not terrified.
I'm not, because I understand cancel culture, and I know that. Like, when I look at YouTubers like...
Our platform is not YouTube or TikTok.
Whatever, just a media platform.
You're still a creator.
How I understand is that, like, I look at guys like Long Beach Griffey, who have... If you know Long Beach Griffey, you know the shit he has made jokes about. He's a black guy, which makes it even funnier for me. And what I realized about cancel culture, don't entertain it. When you entertain it, you're fucked. Because then you're... It's like... They're like, yes, we got you.
Don't entertain it if it's not warranted. Sometimes people really grasp at straws because they just want to, see everybody suffer. Because a lot of people are miserable. But a lot of these claims do...
Depends on the claim. I would say apologize. For the most part...
a lot of the things I just mentioned about Shane.
I'm talking about cancel culture in general.
Right, but I'm saying, we were saying certain claims are justified. So
sure.
A lot of the things that I just said...
But I think if someone apologized for it and they actually show that, like, hey... And I think with Shane, which was good, is that he apologized about the blackface like years ago. So to me, that's good enough. Like, to me, it shows that he understands what he did was wrong and whatnot. I don't fucking know.
I think actions speak louder than words in a lot of cases, because
but that doesn't matter anymore.
But a lot of these people get exposed, get canceled, apologize, but they're doing the same shit, behind closed doors. Like the Jessica Mulroney thing.
Who's that?
She worked for what? Not E.T. She's a Canadian chick. News. She was threatening to like blackmail her or some shit like that. Like one of her black. So she's Jessica Mulroney is Meghan Markle's like Canadian bestie. When Meghan Markle was here filming Suits and stuff, they're like legit besties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like she's been canceled. She lost her job.
What did she do?
She was like a news anchor or something.
But what did she do?
Oh, well, so the woman, I can't remember her name, had posted like a call to action, like some sort of like Black Lives Matter call to action, like just like a swipe up thing on her story. Mm-hmm. And Jessica was like, take that down, da-da-da-da. Like she took it like real personally and like continues to like threaten her job, like I can contact this person and this person. And then when she went public, she then threatened to sue the girl, and then she went public with that, and everyone's like, no, this is not okay. And she lost her job. And it's like, I feel like someone like that, she did apologize, but like I seriously doubt if she has made like the interior monologue to be like, oh, was this wrong? Like I think a lot of people just apologize because you have to essentially publicly apologize if you want to salvage anything of your career. Yeah. Right? So, but I don't think everyone who does this really means it. Like, who even knows? Like, you don't watch this show, but Vanderpump Rules, which is a show filmed in LA.
What's it about?
Well, it was a spin-off from one of the women on who used to be in the Real Houses of Beverly Hills. She owns a restaurant, so it was following like the servers and like their lives. So it's like more like young people, like in their late 20s to 30s, and just like following their lives and the cast and whatever. And like 4 of them were actually kicked off of the show because 2 of them, the 2 girls, years ago there was, first of all, this show's only ever had one black castmate, and she is a vet.
It's the employees of the restaurant, right?
Yes, but they're also employees of the show.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, no.
So the cast?
Yes, the cast is employees of the restaurant. Okay. Servers, bartenders.
Where is this restaurant?
In LA.
Where in LA?
West Hollywood, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyways.
Okay.
But these 2 white women, there was a black castmate that they did not get along with. And I guess there was like a wanted poster, and for like a woman who was like going around and like stealing things, and she was like on drugs, and it was a black woman and she had tattoos and whatever, and it didn't look like the girl Faith. It didn't look like her at all. But they went to the police and they said, we know where this girl is. It's this person. And they called the police on her to the point when the police were even like, this is not the person. Like, we're not even gonna respond to this call. And then they went, and then one of the girls went on her podcast and bragged about it. And it's like, yeah, we called the police on her. We tried to, like, you know, and apparently, like, just other stuff like that. Now, there were 2 new castmates that were only on 1 season. Like, they're newer servers and whatever. And they don't bring on, it's not the whole restaurant. They pick and choose, like, who, obviously, in the restaurant. Because that would just be too many people. But
too much mouth to feed.
These two new people, they're both off because, like, using the N-word and stuff on Twitter back in, like, 2011.
How old were they?
I don't know. They're like, probably late 20s, early 30s now. And it's almost 10 years ago. So they were probably, like... They were probably adults, but, maybe, like, 17, 18.
Hard R or A?
I can't remember. This is... I heard this story weeks ago. I can't remember.
Okay, whatever. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not saying it's warranted. I'm just you know.
I just wish I knew what they said.
Giving examples, I can show you after, but as for right now, it would take me too long to find it. But it's just like, it's you know, it just goes to show like how, like, that's the thing though. Like, they could have grown. It's a couple tweets from 2011. I know one guy, he was mostly referring to his friends. Like, I don't think it was like hate stuff, if that I can remember.
It was like some my nigga, like that kind of shit.
Definitely a few of them. I don't
like my nigga George over here.
Yeah,
we at the club.
Definitely some of them. I can't say that they were all like that, but I don't know. Who knows, right? And like I think, but like I do think it is great that people are being held accountable now.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
The reason I say that is because while yes, a lot of people are a little overly sensitive right now, I think it's going to ultimately make the world a better place. In what I mean by that is, you know, whenever I decide to have children and have like black children, I hope that they get more of a fair shot in the workplace and fair treatment amongst their peers and don't be made to feel bad about their skin tone, because we are now raising a world to be more accepting of that stuff. You know, just like we were born into a world, like we weren't born into slavery or anything like that, like the world is getting better, and I can only hope that all of this that's going on right now and holding people accountable and high positions and more diversity in the workplace and you know, voting and electing, you know, the right people, I think that's all going to play into making the world a better place for the next few generations that come. So that's what I'm really hoping for.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I hope so too.
Oh, man. God. I feel like the first half of this, you did a lot of talking, and then I just took it home. Yeah. I'm like, you want to see some real speed?
Yeah. Well, hopefully the world gets better, not worse.
Yeah, but, you know, if you guys are listening and you have any opinions, especially on the Shane, Jenna, Liza, Jeffree stuff, I would really love to, like, hear your opinions on this if you guys want to share. Leave us a little comment on either YouTube, or you can leave a comment on Instagram or DM us or do something. But, you know, be part of the conversation. I really love that. And we haven't plugged this in a while, but please go to iTunes, give us 5 stars, and leave us a little comment. Oops, sorry.
Wow, making all that noise. Stop touching stuff.
Yeah, all right. And yeah, any final words, my dear co-host?
Yeah, hopefully shit gets better. That's all I'm gonna say. Hopefully it gets fucking better. I don't know, man. Just chill out, people. Alright? You just chill out. Alright? The world's not that bad. It's not as bad as everyone likes it out to be. It's really not.
Yeah, and like I really...
We've grown a lot from this.
Like, I'm not trying to, like, piss people off or offend them by saying that, like, I feel like there's room for Shane to grow. Like, I feel like that's, like, the truth.
That's the logical, nice thing, proper thing to say.
I think that's the truth people don't want to hear about Shane Dawson. Like,
no, that's in general people. They just want the people to go away. And, like, look at it. You want to know what the pretty much the gist of what cancel culture is? Long Beach Griffey. Love the guy. Look up his little funny video he put out about cancel culture. That's pretty much what cancel culture is.
Okay, you're clearly a stan.
What? I love him because
What's his name?
Long Beach Griffey.
What's his name?
I don't fucking know. It's not important to me.
Griffin?
I'm not sure what his actual real name is, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of anything comedy, and I will protect it to the end of the day. And if comedy gets attacked, that's not a good thing.
comedy gets attacked, you feel like you're being attacked.
No, if comedy gets attacked, but comedy is the last bastion of free speech. It's the holy trinity. It's like, if that gets attacked, no more freedom of speech.
I agree. There are rules. You can't just do blackface in comedy, though. Like
not anymore, no. No, unless Chris Rock says it's okay. But not anymore, no. But, you know, that's a conversation for another time.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, you fuckers, you cunts, you turd dickets. Cancel me. Thank you, bye.
Don't cancel us.
Don't cancel us.
We will see you guys next
Maybe.
Tuesday.